Welcome to Local Everywhere. My name is Cynthia Pooler, and I have as my guest Holle Thee Maxwell. And Holle is a famous songwriter and singer, and she's going to talk about her career. So, Holle, how long have you been singing and composing music?
I have been singing and playing the piano I've been singing since 5 years old.
Wow.
And and I've been singing and playing the piano since I was 12.
Wow. So, You've you've known a lot of interesting people and you've done a lot of interesting things. So tell us about some of your escapades in show business.
Oh my, wow. Uh well, first of all, let me tell you, I had a great mother. My mother was a visionary, and she could she saw that I was talented. And when I first started as a kid, I was 5 years old, and every time she played and sang on the piano, I would come out the room. She would sing this song called "The Lord's Prayer" by Malott, and every time she got to "Into Temptation," I would come out the room and say "Into the Damnation," and she noticed that every time that she came to that party, I come. She asked me, "So you want to sing?" I said, "Uh-huh." So
Yeah.
that's how that started. And she took me to Roosevelt University when I was 9 years old to study voice and piano.
Hmm.
And I did that, and I sang my first song and got paid when I was 5 years old at a church called
Wow.
and at a church called the Metropolitan Baptist Church, and it's still here in Chicago on 59th and Wabash. That was
Mhm.
my singing debut. Okay, then speeding it up, let's go a little further. I went to Chicago Musical College at Roosevelt University, graduated with a music degree. And then while I was trying to find myself and figure out what I wanted to do, I went to Juilliard in New York School of
Nice.
Music, and I graduated with a degree there.
Hmm.
Anyway, in the meantime, I got married, had a wonderful husband that let me travel all over the world and live my dream. And in living that dream, I oh, and I forgot to tell you, I started with opera. I started singing opera first, and
Ooh.
and then I went from opera to jazz to show tunes to Broadway to jazz to pop to the blues. In fact, I'm writing a book now called um, All Kinds of Rape from Opera to the Blues.
Nice.
Yes, and we're coming out with my documentary trailer, also called the same thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, life story documentary trailer. Anyway, um, let me get to the juicy part, huh?
Yeah.
I I wrote a book called Free Base Ain't Free, and it's about my life with Ike Turner after Tina left.
Hmm.
And I saw your eyes go up, but you
Yes.
know what? He's not like that. He was not like that. They lied on him, Cynthia. They told a lot of lies in that movie. And that's the reason why I wrote the book, because I will until I die defend him, because he wasn't like that. Um, he was a man he was loving, he was giving, and he was a musical genius. That's what he was.
So, from your opinion, did Ike Turner assault Tina?
It's not my opinion. I have no opinion about that. Yes, he did.
Okay.
But what they didn't tell you is that if you didn't hit her, you didn't love her. She was self-abusive. And she's self-abusive. And if you didn't hit her, you didn't love her. So what happened, Cynthia, is, you know, people that are self-abusive, they have to abuse people. And she actually abused Ike to the point of whereas he'd hit her back. See, he had no idea what was going on with her. Okay. It's an illness. It's an illness that she had. Nobody talks about it. But if when I first put my eyes on both of them, and this is before I ever knew I would know him. Well, I was in Las Vegas in the dressing room at Caesar's Palace, and they were working there. And I was in the dressing room, and this is what I saw with my own eyes.
Okay.
Um, it was there people when we were all in the dressing room, we were laughing, talking, having drinks and everything. All of a sudden, uh, Ike told his Annie Mae, he said, "Come on, we got to get dressed.
Hmm.
We got to go on." She said, "I'm not going on." He said, "What?" "I don't feel like it. I'm not going on." He said, "Oh, here we go again." That's exactly what I never will forget this as long as I live. Anyway, so here we go again. He turned and walked away. And when he walked away, she picked up a whiskey bottle that was on the table and got ready to hit him with it. And he turned around, blocked her arm, and he hit her. And when he hit her, she slid across the floor. And you know what she said? "Okay, I'm ready to sing now."
Really?
Honestly, on God, my mother. And that was the first time I ever seen him and her together. And I didn't know either one of them. Had no
Okay.
idea that I was going to sing with him. Nothing.
Let me ask you this. You're telling me that there was trouble with both Ike and Tina, and people, who are not familiar with them or knew them when they were together, think that Tina was an abused woman.
No,
Uh,
she was, Cynthia, she was an abuser. Let me tell you something. Let me explain it to you like this. Self-abused people, they have to feed on people to get reactions out of them.
mm-hmm,
Okay? So that made him an abuser. You understand what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? So they fed off of each other.
Ooh, uh-huh.
Now
Because,
you
because
understand it now.
yes, because when she left him and she became a star in her own right, then Ike Turner was treated like a pariah. Nobody really cared about him anymore.
No, and that's because of the lies they told. The
Uh,
lies they told in the movie. He did not rape her. That was all fake.
Now,
They
what you're
they
tell, what
mhm.
you're telling me, do a lot of people in show business, do they know what you're talking about?
Yeah, some so there I'm quite sure there's some that know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm quite sure because if you knew Tina, she had a nasty attitude. She was she was arrogant, and Ike was a nice guy. He guess what? All he knew about was let's do music. He tunnel vision on music, so he don't know what's going on, all the crazy stuff going on around him, and he got caught up in it, trying to do music.
So did they have any children together?
They have one, and that was
Okay.
Ronnie.
Okay.
That was Ronnie. The other three were by other women.
Okay. So getting back to your career.
Yeah. Anyway, I met him, and Uh, we clicked. It was a beautiful, Cynthia. It was a beautiful experience. It really was. I felt loved. I felt appreciated. Um, he was he was very musical, and that set my heart. That was my heart. The music, but I didn't care what people thought about me or how they took me. I wouldn't let nothing stand in the way of my music, Cynthia. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I also worked with the greatest organist in the world still. That was Jimmy Smith, the jazz organist.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked with him also. And believe it or not, I was singing rock and roll. You know, I was going rolling, rolling on the
Right.
river, right? And then the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going, look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I
Uh-huh.
don't know how I did that. One back and forth back. All I know, Cynthia, is I was so glad to be there and
Great.
doing what I love to do.
So your passion is singing
Yes,
and songwriting.
yes,
And you said you have had this passion since you were a little girl.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, so when you sing, whether you sing opera or whether you sing rock and roll, you have a specific concept in mind that's all yours. What are you trying to tell your audience about your vision?
My vision is to leave a legacy of love.
Mhm.
Um, there are so many talented youngsters out here, and if they don't have the right direction anymore, not really. And if I could just touch one or two of them in my lifetime, that that's a joy for me. Uh, I'm doing this life story documentary so that those behind me can see it's not all roses and gravy. It's not all, you know, it's the entertainment music business is a dirty business, honey. And you have to have morals, you have to have character, you have to have a very strong character to survive it. Okay, because you can come out being well, females, you can come out being a slut and end up doing nothing because you took the wrong path, or you can come out being on top. Me, I I refuse to do some of the things that I was asked to do in show business, and that it just it didn't go. It didn't go with my spirit, and it didn't go with my teachings. It didn't go with. And honey, you find yourself in a hell of a situation in show business.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can. You you must be strong, and
Mhm.
you must have a sense of value in yourself
Right.
to keep going. Yeah. You know,
Mm.
like I'm not actively singing now because I had a thyroid water operation. Okay, but I'm working on it. Get my voice is getting stronger. And eventually I'll sing something. Might not sound like what I used to, but eventually I'll sing something because I have that will to
Mm.
sing something. But in the meantime, I'm on my way to Atlanta to do a book signing at the Nubian book. You're in Atlanta, aren't you? Are you in Atlanta?
No, I'm in Albany, New York.
Oh, you're in Albany. Okay. Oh, I've got a girlfriend coming from she's coming from Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's coming from Buffalo. She was with me and Ike. Ike had a review called the Ike Turner Review featuring Dolly and Holly. Nobody knows that. Anyway, she's coming to be in my documentary. Uh,
Mm. So
to give.
you already have a book out.
I already have one book out. Yes, it's called Free Base Ain't Free.
Do you have it so you could hold up a copy so people could look at it?
Yeah, let me, it's right here. Let me get it for you.
Okay.
I should have, I should have known you was going to ask me that, but sometimes my brain doesn't. Okay, this is the book.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Free base ain't free. That's
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about what your book is about?
my book is about standing up really for Ike Turner and telling you about my relationship with him
Huh?
and telling you about some of the circumstances, situations that I was in while being around him
Mm-hmm.
and the kind of guy he really was. Uh, this this is my testimonial to him being lied on, really. So I'm telling the real truth about how he is and how he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think he got a dirty deal, and that he was heartbroken. He was heartbroken, honey. Uh, when he saw that rape scene in the movie, he just broke down and cried. And you know, it's something to rock a grown man in your arms.
Mm.
And yeah, yeah. Um, he never recovered from that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So anyway, but this is the book. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, and you can also get it. Um, I'm on Facebook, so if
Okay.
anybody wants a copy, they can always contact me on Facebook.
Okay.
And what else? Um, oh, and I'm also on ReverbNation.com.
Okay.
I'm on there.
Mhm.
So if you want a copy of a book or a copy of some of my CDs, or and he and I wrote a song together. It's uh it's on Reverb Nation, and it's on, let's see, it's on n1m.com,
Okay.
and it's called Use Your Head. He and I wrote that song. I did the words and he did the music. It's a classic.
So would you say that Turner was one of the more influential people in your music career?
Yes, he was, because he taught me, you know, here's a funny story, but it's a true story. Uh, when we were first getting to know each other, we were in the studio and he told me, he says, Holly, only a jazz singer can do what I need them to do. I had no idea what he was talking about because he sings, because he's doing rock and roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, so I'm completely confused, Cynthia. So he says, it's like, you know, if you understand music, I never will forget. Uh, if you understand music, you got the roots, you got the bark of the tree, and you got the branches of the tree, and you got the leaves of the tree. I said, what? uh, yeah, I understand music, but what has the roots and the bark and the limbs and the leaves of the tree got to do with
Right.
music, right? Well, what he was talking about is he knew I knew, but he couldn't describe it because he didn't know music technically. You understand?
Mhm.
That's what makes him a genius. He didn't know music technically. He didn't know nothing about notes. He didn't know nothing about none of that. So he kept explaining it to me, kept explaining to me. Finally, it dawned on me what he was talking about. And I'll show you with this book. Okay. Here's the here's the here's the roots of the tree. Here's the bark of the tree. Here's the limbs of the tree. And here's the leaves. That's all. That's four fourths. Those are quarter notes. Then you got 2/4 notes, and you got 16th notes, and you got 32nd notes. That's all he was talking
Mhm.
about. And if I've lost you and anybody else, I understand. But that's how he explained music to me. And we made a great pair because I understood it technically, what he
Mhm.
was saying, you know.
So
Now,
you've been singing publicly for a number of years, right?
way number of years.
So tell us some of the places that you've been.
Uh wow. Okay. Whew. First of all, I sang in Chicago and a lot of local places,
Okay.
dealing with the R&B and dealing. Oh, and I was the first and I think the only African American child to be presented at the Lyric Opera House here at 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh, singing opera. So I'll go down in history for that. Um, I've sang at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, nice.
I've sang at I'm trying to give the places that you know. Uh, I sang at, oh, what was the name of that place? I'll think of it as well. But I sang at a lot of nightclubs.
Okay.
Wilt Chamberlain's that at the time that was in Harlem. You had the Cotton Club. You had the here you had clubs like the High Chaparral, the oh wow, the Page Four that was in California. Um, all over Europe. Some of the places I can't even pronounce. Uh, I ended up in Paris. I ended up in Paris in 1995, opening up for a gentleman by the name of Gerard Vacher, who had a place called the Quai de Blues, which means back to the blues.
Mhm.
And what happened was Maxwell House Coffee came in. They liked my name. I wrote a song commercial for them, and they ended up making it the Maxwell Cafe in Paris.
Nice.
Yes, so uh, I've sang some everywhere, Cynthia.
So I don't
I
want to,
just go ahead.
sorry, I don't
Yeah.
want to put you on the spot,
Mhm.
but can you sing a little song for us?
Um, I'll sing you a little blues right quick.
Okay.
Rock me, babe. Rock me all night long. You better rock me. Rock me, baby. Rock me all night long. There you go.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you. So, if somebody wants to purchase your book or hear your music, uh, what what social media platform should they go on to?
Okay, you can, excuse me. If you want to hear the music, you can go to reverbnation.com and type in my
Okay.
name, or you can go to N1M,
Mm,
N1M.com,
okay.
type in my name. Uh, I'm on, I think I'm on, don't quote me, but I think I'm on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got so much stuff going on. I can't hardly remember myself. But anyway, yeah. And if like I said, if you want a copy of the book, oh, also you can go to PayPal me. Okay, you go to paypal.me/freebase ain't free
Okay.
to get the book. You can do that.
Okay. And you're also on Facebook.
Yes, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm also you can read more about me at Wikipedia.
Oh, good.
I'm at wikipedia.com.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Hmm.
Okay, Holly, it's been a great pleasure speaking with you. It's been
Thank you. And but one before I go, if you're in it, and if anybody's in the Atlanta area, I'll be at the Nubian Bookstore in Mora, Georgia, October the 25th, a book signing. Uh,
okay.
okay, and I'll see you there if you're in that area.
Okay, thank you, Holly. You've been
Okay.
listening to Holle Thee Maxwell. I'm Cynthia Pooler. This is Local Everywhere. And if you like this show, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hollywood. Holly, it's been a pleasure. And thank you, everybody, for listening. Have a great
Thank
day.
thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. Bye.